I don't think we use the cabin. They'll probably start if they get a crowd around. It's not as muddy as I thought it would be. This ain't so bad. I've seen a bag before. Okay. Oh, this is a new building, or they fixed it up.
Yeah, it looks like they rebuilt part of it.
How cool. I want to see them too. It smells like a cooking. Very cool.
But I started realizing I'm practicing with some wood I got from here, just some 2x2s, and thinking if I can split those and steam them and bend them. It's probably out in the cherry. Winter house? Yeah, summer house.
See the metal bubble, so it's almost at the verge of being liquid.
Yeah.
And then I pull it out, I put some borax on it, put it back in. And I pull it back down, water goes back out of it, put borax off, throw the borax back on it, and shut it. And I throw it back in, and then that way it keeps that oxidized from getting in the air and off. And then I pull it back out, and then I take this little tube, little tiny tube. Everybody thinks that you have to be back here and you have to be like this.
Laminate, yeah.
And then I just go ting, 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 ting. And then when I hear that tapping sound, go thump, 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 thump.
You know.
Then I go back in, and then I'm watching my heat. I don't want it to get. I listen, and then what I would call a few other things. I want to hear that.
How are you today, madam?
All right, how are you?
You need some laundry done?
Oh, no.
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 Oh, it's a grand day to do laundry. It's just not a good day to dry it.
Yeah, it looks like a fun day to do laundry.
It is indeed. It's a grand day. We got all the water we
Hands
need.
freeze off.
Yeah, you know, I just keep it outside like that, and the water runs off the tent, and I don't have to go down to the river and get it quite as much. It does. It makes it much easier. Much easier. I wish I had my other little tubs. I'd be gathering the rinse water over there.
Are your feet not cold?
Oh, no, man.
I'm gonna do the same
I'd
thing.
be freezing.
Well,
So
now,
how
if
do you
you
do
were
laundry?
standing here doing what I'm doing, your feet would be wet.
Oh, I
And
see.
if you're wearing shoes, they're just going to be that much more wet.
Soggier.
So it's much easier to be barefoot and not have to worry about it. Ask away what you'd like to know.
What do you do with horsehair?
Everything in that line right there are starches that we use to starch our clothes. Because
Oh,
we have
really?
to iron them tomorrow, and it's so much easier to iron when they're starched, you know?
Yeah, how do you pronounce that?
Isinglass.
Isinglass, and where does that come from?
That comes from the air bladders of the sturgeon fish in the river.
I know
Oh,
on fishing capacity, you may think different.
Well, no,
How
no, you know,
neat.
Now, you know, you're going to be using this in the kitchen too, you know,
without seeing
For
cast
what?
stone.
for thickening. Like gravies or puddings or anything to add a little thickening to it.
Really?
Like you use cornstarch today.
Yeah,
Okay,
how
this is our
neat.
cornstarch.
Oh.
But this I can drop into the water and boil it for a little bit and it'll melt. And it makes a really fine, what we call a sizing, a very light sizing. So when we're doing like these really fine caps, or the modest cloths that we wear around our necks and things, if I use the potato water, which I use on the heavier cloth, they'd be all gummy.
Now, when
the-
you use this on clothes, do you rinse it out or not?
No, oh, no, no, no.
You
no.
just squeeze it.
Yeah, just squeeze it. Yeah.
Okay, and then it stiffens when it dries.
It does indeed.
Okay.
Now, the officers, they would rather you use rice. Rice water is better because when you iron rice water, it gets really shiny. And they like to look shiny.
Oh,
They wear
okay.
coats over the top. I don't know why they care if it's shiny or not. But anyways, they do.
Ah,
But the rest of the fellas, they get potato water.
Fuller's Earth.
Fuller's Earth, yeah.
What is that?
Fuller's Earth, in your day, you call it dimettious clay?
Oh, no, dimettious earth or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It comes out of the ground. It's a mineral earth base, and we use it in the wool. Because you know what happens if you take wool and put it in hot soapy water and let it dry?
Shrinks.
It shrinks. And you know the soldiers get really upset when their clothes don't fit.
Well,
So I can take this and make a paste out of it, rub it into the stain, and it'll dry and pull the stain out. And all I have to do is brush it off. Works just like your dry cleaning does.
that's neat. And what's that ox gall?
Ox gall. Now that's for colors.
Where's
Now,
it come from?
ox. The big cow, the big steers.
Okay.
Yeah, the big steers. That comes from their gallbladder. So when we butcher them, I always ask for that, and I squeeze all the stuff that's in it out and let it sit for 3 days, and pour off what's on the top, and that's full of enzymes, and so I can put it in colored things, and it will draw the stains out and make the colors brighter. Works just like your Clorox tip.
How about that?
Now for the whites,
Y'all got family there.
we use chamber lye. That's urine. Stale urine that comes out of the chamber pots. We keep it outside in a kettle for about 2 weeks because
And
we want it
comes
old.
from,
People.
oh, it comes, okay, I got
Now
you.
bull
Slop
urine
jar.
is bitter, but I'm not chasing the bull around with a bucket.
Not with them.
They get upset when you do that. So we take that and let it sit for 2 weeks. Like I said, let it get stale. And then we put it out here in our big kettle with boiling water. And I boil all my whites in it first, and it gets the stains and it lightens anything that, you know, the yellowish and stuff like that on it before I bring it over here to wash it. Makes it much easier.
Huh. Now, after you boil this down, does it still smell?
It smells like ammonia because that's what it turns into.
Well, what about how long you leave it setting out? Does it not start breaking? You said 2 weeks.
2 weeks. We leave it sit out for 2 weeks, and it does have a very strong odor to it, but it turns into ammonia, and ammonia dissipates in there.
Okay.
Plus, I'm going to boil it in
That's just
urine.
interesting.
I'm gonna boil it in urine, but then I'm gonna put it over here in the hot soapy water and work it and beat it. So by the time I take it out, it doesn't smell like that. But it will be clean. But now, if I take your pretty pink thing that you've got and I wash it in this, it won't be pretty and pink anymore, will it? No, the pink will be faded very
Yeah.
badly. So I would wash it in the Oxgall, see, because it won't do anything to the color.
Okay, so you would mainly use this like on whites.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I have a lot of white shirts to do here.
Okay. And what's this gizmo do?
Do you not have one of those?
And we were on the wrong side of the line.
Are you
I
with
know
her?
what this is used
We were
for.
shooting at those
What's
papers
that?
with your good word.
Okay, well,
think it's like a
I got it
churn.
stacked this high.
Well, that's called a posser.
I'll bring them.
Posser.
Yeah, and you put all your laundry in here after you beat it and got it all clean. You put it in the water and you take a posser and go up and down like that. Moves the water around, pushes the clothes up and down, and it helps rinse them out. It also splashes really
Connor
badly.
thought that was the greatest
So
thing
they're
we
going to
should
get
have.
smart
He
after a little
thought- he
while,
thought-
and they're going to hollow out the center here and put big,
'cause some of them had rolled.
big
and
things
I
down the
didn't
side
know
where
if I
the
rolled.
air,
You could see at
where
the
the water
bottom,
can come out,
Carson John,
so that when you
and
push it up and down like this, the water circulates round and round and round and round
The
and
outside
round,
sycamore
and it
shows
moves the
where the-
clothes that way too. So that's going to be much better, but that's going to be down the line a little bit. But this is called a washing
Plus, when
dolly.
y'all come up next week,
A
I got
washing
some stuff
dolly.
on
A
around
washing
here.
dolly. Is this your mother?
I did some
Yes.
programming stuff.
Christmas.
Not for
Christmas.
mine.
Yeah, right.
Christmas.
Get you a chamber pot too on
Some
it.
stuff.
Oh,
that-
you'll get me a
I'm
change.
gonna-
There you
yeah.
go. You'd be set up for the laundry.
Save on the water bill.
This is called a washing dolly or a dolly maid, or we just called her a dolly mostly because she's got legs and arms and a head. You know, she looks like a dolly, right?
Okay.
Now you can put all your clothes in here, and instead of having to beat them here, put all your clothes in this hot soapy water, drop a
When
dolly
I've done the
in.
research.
Oh.
Well,
This
that
is the
women
great grandmother of your
Yeah.
agitator.
Yeah.
This is where your agitator came from. In fact, all of
And
your
I thought
very
a lot about
first
Samson.
washing
Yeah,
machines
like-
are going to have one of these in the lid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I went right then.
Yeah.
Now the good news is that
This kind of thing.
the professional laundresses used to hire men to do that job because it takes a lot of upper body strength.
I would
And they're
say.
just stronger up there than we are. But eventually they're going to start making galvanized kegs. They look like beer kegs that sit on the ground. And the dolly went with them, and you could just stand and do it back and forth like that. But yes, when you put heavy clothes in there, like jeans and things like that, it's very hard on your arms and shoulders. But
Wow.
this, you're doing this, and that gets hard on your wrists and elbows. So one way or another, you know.
So how often do they do laundry?
Well, here we have to do it every day because the law, the British law says that the soldiers have to have a clean shirt and clean socks, I think every third day or every other day. So we're having to do their laundry quite a bit. If you were out in your own place out there, the wealthier you were, the less you did laundry because you had enough clothes to wear for long periods of time. So over here, they said if you had to wash your clothes more than once every 2 weeks, it was only because you were too poor,
Stuff for the forum.
because you didn't have enough clothes to go that long. So the richer you were, the longer you could go without having to do it. And you would do it maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks.
Very
Because
neat.
Mom said growing up when they get teenage years and got a job, they have 2 dresses. And they alternated them out.
That's right. You come home at night, wash the one, and the next day you wear the other, and the next day you put that one back on again, and yeah.
Huh.
Now, see, we have a little secret here. You probably, gentlemen, avert your eyes. One of the things that we do in our time
Now,
period,
throughout the day,
I'm just,
I know Miss Maggie's gonna have her picture about
is that we wear 2 petticoats.
Okay.
Okay, so you wear that one until this gets dirty, and then you switch them out.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so you can go for 4 or 5 days, 6 days before the top one gets dirty again. So then you would wash both of them and then put them back on that way and switch them again, switch them in and out. You know, if you were, like, you know, this is my work one that I've got on the outside right now. But like if we were to go someplace nice, then I could go change and put this one on the outside that's clean because it has been covered.
Huh. Neat. Oh, man.
Also keeps you quite a bit warmer.
Aren't you glad you weren't born there? I am.
Alright.
I'm hoping I would be rich.
So you have servants to do all this work.
Look at the mirror this morning, ran all the way down here.
Servants to do all this work. Now I got a question for you. What do you think these are?
We'll definitely see next week.
Why would they be in the laundry?
Of course, we are gonna have to run Saturday and get back.
Oh, I don't know.
Yep, she has to be an elf tonight.
I thought the
She
one with the handle was a candle snuffer.
Nope.
has to make
Nope,
up the
this is
bed.
laundry stuff.
There you go.
I've no idea.
Pointy ears and everything.
These are irons. Okay.
Huh.
Alright. we go grab
This is called a slicken stone. It's made of glass. See that? Isn't that pretty? It's all glass. And this is what you would use for linen that's really, really fine that you don't want to burn with the heavier irons that you would be sitting in the fire. So you would take something like this, a big tall padded place, and you would take that fine linen, either your cloth around your neck, your hat, or whatever, and you would tack it down so it's really firm, and then you take this and you just start doing this. Now it's made of glass, right?
So it's the friction warms up.
The friction makes it hot, and it will only heat enough to iron without burning. So it's just pressure is all I'm doing with this. Put your hand on the bottom and see if you feel any heat in there. And look right in the middle. Can you feel it? Yeah, it's getting hot. Yeah. All you had to do was like this. I tell you ladies too that you will never find anything that makes pleats any better than this thing will. It was used for pleating on nice dresses or whatever. Yeah, see there, Dad. Put it
I
right in the
burnt
middle.
my iron many years ago.
Now, the other thing we want to do is make sure that the ladies are very happy, or the gentlemen, when there's a dance. You know, we have very proud gentlemen here that wear fancy clothes, and they have a lot of ruffles. The ladies have ruffles on their caps. So this is called a Goffrey iron. It comes from Italy. And you put that in the fire and get it really good and hot, and then you slide it in there, and it heats this part. And then you take what you need to ruffle, and you lay it across there, one little ruffle at a time, and you iron it.
That's very neat.
You remember those great big white collars? That's where it came from. And it's going to be here until right about the turn of the century. About 1810 or so, it starts to go out of favor, and they bring in these things that have, they look like a ridge, flat with this metal ridge that you would heat and lay it up here, and then it's got a matching roller on the top. That was called a fluter, and that's what they begin to do the ruffles with.
Huh.
But I like this one the best.
And it looks threatening.
Yeah, that's right.
Self-defense.
That's right. Don't complain about my laundry.
Well, just think, madam, if you were to be smacking that laundry around like that, and somebody complained, you could take their head off.
That's all the muscles.
That's right, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
I think we gave up a lot when we gave that up.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Have we missed the singing?
No, it's going to be after the service.
It'll be after 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 o'clock is the service for crossing, and then after that, I think it's the singing.
Okay. All right. Thank you.